The customer who came every night at 3:33 a.m. never bought anything. This was told to me by my college friend Yuki, who worked night shifts at a Konbini in Saitama in 2019. The store was on a quiet residential street with very few customers between 2 and 5 a.m. But for 3 weeks straight, every night at exactly 3:33 a.m., the same elderly woman came in. She wore a faded floral dress, soaked as if she had walked through rain even on dry nights. She would walk to the back, stand facing the milk fridge for 1 minute, then leave without speaking. Yuki tried greeting her. She never turned, never responded. After 3 weeks, he checked the security cameras for the first time. The footage showed her walking in, standing, walking out, just as he remembered. But the reflection in the milk fridge glass, it did not show her at all. Yuki quit the next week. He never returned to find out why. The day shift staff had no record of any such regular customer. To this day, neither of us can explain who she was, or why she came every night at exactly 3:33 a.m. And he has stopped trying to find an answer. But what happened to a different Konbini worker, in a different prefecture, was even harder to explain. The figure that walked through the Konbini door had the shape of a person but was not. This happened to a friend who worked at a Konbini in Ibaraki Prefecture. Slow Tuesday night in October 2021. 5 customers between midnight and 2 a.m. At 2:14 a.m., the door chimed and a 6th customer entered. It walked like a person, wore a black hooded jacket, stood at the magazine rack. But its joints bent at angles a human body should not allow. Its head turned more than 180 degrees as it scanned the aisles. When it approached the counter, my friend held his breath. It placed a package of rice balls on the counter. The face inside the hood was a smooth pale surface with 2 black slits where eyes should be. It paid in old mildewed coins from the Showa era. Then it walked out, the door chiming behind it. He immediately checked the security cameras. The footage clearly showed the door opening and closing on its own at 2:14 a.m. No customer visible. But the rice balls were gone from the shelf. The coins were in the register. It had the shape of a man, but it was not a man. Whatever it was, no name fits it. And the next story tells of something that has been happening, in the same Konbini chain, for 3 decades. Every Tuesday at 3:33 a.m., the phone at our Konbini rings exactly once. From a manager at a Konbini in Hiroshima Prefecture, working there since 1998. The pattern started in 1996, 2 years before he transferred there. Every Tuesday, without exception, the phone rings at 3:33 a.m. Just one ring, then silence. If you pick up before it stops, you hear running water and a woman crying softly. Then the line cuts. The phone company investigated 3 times. No incoming call was ever registered. The line was completely idle, electronically. Over 40 staff members trained at this store across the years. Everyone heard it. Last year an elderly local customer told the manager a story. Before this Konbini was built in 1996, the same plot held a small house. A woman lived alone there. She drowned herself in the bathtub one Tuesday night. Her body was discovered 3 days later by a phone repairman. Every Tuesday at 3:33 a.m., the phone rings. This week, next week, forever. Now we move to a story that defies even the laws of geography. When I went back the next morning, the Konbini I had visited had not existed for 6 years. This happened to me last winter, driving through rural Tochigi Prefecture late at night. I was lost on a mountain road around 2 a.m., low on gas, exhausted. Then I saw a bright Konbini sign and I pulled into the empty parking lot, relieved. Inside, an elderly clerk greeted me warmly. The store was clean, fully stocked, completely normal. I bought hot coffee and asked for directions to the highway. He kindly drew a map on the receipt and explained the route in detail. I drove away following his directions and made it home safely. Next day, I drove back to thank him with a coworker. There was no Konbini. Just an empty cleared lot with overgrown weeds and a faded sign. The sign read, "This site of former convenience store, closed and demolished 2018. I called the local police. The officer told me there had been a fire there in 2018. An elderly clerk had died on duty. He had been kind, always helpful to lost travelers. I still have the receipt with his hand-drawn map. Where did I really stop that night? I will never know for certain. What I tell you next is the most chilling story of all. The customer who apologized to me as he left had been dead for 2 years. This happened to me 3 months ago at a konbini in Osaka. Normal weeknight, around 1:30 a.m., very few customers. A salaryman in his 50s, slightly drunk, bought beer and edamame. Said he was going home from a long meeting in Umeda. Mentioned his wife and daughter waiting in Toyonaka. Before leaving, he turned at the door and bowed deeply. "I'm sorry for the trouble I caused you," he said quietly. Then he walked out. Strange. I had not been troubled at all. Next morning, my manager came in pale-faced, watching the previous night's footage. He showed me the recording from 1:30 a.m. The footage showed me at the counter, talking to nobody. Ringing up beer and edamame for an empty space at the register. Bowing to nothing as the door opened and closed by itself. But the items had been sold. The cash was in the register. His name was Sato, a regular at that konbini for 10 years. He died 2 years ago in a traffic accident on his way home from a long meeting in Umeda. His wife and daughter still live in Toyonaka, waiting for a husband and father who never came home.